I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I'm your host, Stan Long, along with my super duper new stand-in fill-in co-host, also second half, other half, better half.
Yes.
Mrs. Terry Long. What's going on, Terry?
Terry Long is in the building, y'all.
Mess around and I done let my other half in the building, y'all. They clapped it up for you?
Yes, they done let me in the building tonight, so
Now,
y'all better get ready.
I'm starting to feel away because I've been doing this show for a minute, and ain't nobody never do all that for me when I've been in here.
I keep telling you.
I ain't handsome enough.
No,
what is it?
It's not that. I keep telling you that once you bring me in the loop, it just boosts everything.
Is that what happens?
Yes.
Okay, I need to talk on that mic.
Yeah, you're going to have to. Yes. Can y'all hear me good?
They can hear you good, miss.
Okay.
So this is my other half. She's standing in for the one and only Dana Dane. Shout out to Dana Dane doing big things. She's out rehearsing for her new play.
Dana.
And shout out to Gil. Gil got a new play. It's called Decade, and I think it's at the Art Sunday, right?
Sunday we will
and
be in the building.
We will be in the building. You guys come out and support. It's gonna be an amazing play. I'm hot as hell, but
that's because his wife is beside him.
That's because I've been doing work and my wife been in here chilling. So anyway, wifey, how does it feel to be sitting on the set? Because we've been talking about this for a while, and we said we was going to do a show. And speaking of show, we're working on a reality show of our own. I was going to surprise you guys with it, but that's what we're doing. We got a show coming up called The Long Way.
Yes, we do.
And it's going to be funny. It's going to be a bunch of stuff, actually. It's going to be
entertaining.
very entertaining because my other half is off the chain. And so you're going to enjoy it. But coming up on this show, we have BJ... also, Bows the Bow Tie. I'm sorry, Boys the Bow Tie. They have an amazing foundation and they do a lot of things in the community. But this time they're doing a book bag drive, and Spotlight Over the City is definitely happy to be a part of it. And then we also have coming up Black from Tricky Entertainment, which is one of the most, if not the most popular, well-known, phenomenal promotions in the city.
Yes, indeed.
So we have an amazing show for you guys, but we're gonna get right to it because we already behind time a little bit. So before I go into the show, I want to give my condolences to Heather. I can't think of her last name. Hair. The young lady that lost her life down in Charlottesville. Mm-hmm. I wanted to speak on that. I really don't like to get into politics too much on Spotlight Over the City because we're an entertainment show, but I thought this one was necessary because y'all president is dividing the country. Number 45, he's dividing this country up, and if you don't see that, then either you are racist, retarded, or something's going on. I don't know what it is, but this man is really, you gotta be. If you can't see that Donald Trump is dividing the country, then you have to be slow or you with it. It's one or the other. And we don't sugarcoat nothing on Spotlight Over the City because I don't feel no way about what I say. I stand by it, and I definitely feel like whoever voted for Eric. And we're going the wrong way. We are going the wrong way, and I'm going to show you why. Hey, Jacob, I sent you a clip. I want them to see this clip on this guy that was talking about Donald Trump. And you have that clip?
Yeah, I'll see that.
Yes. Let's go to that clip, and we'll be right back.
And this issue of the day of her passing, she wanted to put down hate. And for my part, we just need to stop all this stuff and just forgive each other. I think that's what the Lord would want us to do, is to stop, just love one another. I came here today and I was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed at the rainbow of colors in this room. That's how Heather was. It didn't matter who you were or where you were from. If she loved you, that was it. You were stuck. So for that, I'm truly proud of my daughter. That's as far as I've gotten. Next will be Reverend Harold Bear.
A Klan leader has responded to the events of Charlottesville like a Klan leader, really. There is a man who identified himself as Justin Moore, the Grand Dragon of the Loyal White Knights of the Ku Klux Klan. He called up someone at WBTV in North Carolina and left a message about the woman who died when hit by that car that went into the group at Charlottesville, saying, "I'm sort of glad that them people got hit, and I'm glad that girl died. They were a bunch of communists out there protesting against somebody's freedom of speech, so it doesn't bother me that they got hurt at all." He continues, "We were out there and I seen a lot of communist flags and anti-fascist, and we're going to see more stuff like this. White people are getting fed up with the double standard set up in America today by the controlled press." And then continues saying, "Nothing makes us more proud of the KKK than we see white patriots such as James Field Jr., age 20, taking his car and running over 9 communist anti-fascists, killing one expletive lover named Heather Heyer. James Field's Hail Victory. It's men like you that have made the great white race strong and will be strong again." So that's his statement.
Okay, so a woman who practiced her First Amendment right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spotlight of the City, we are back. So do you see what I'm saying? This is what's springing up in America. It's already been prominent, and I'm kind of sick and tired of us playing this. We've been going through this forever, and it's time for us to start addressing these race issues. We have a race problem in America. We have a prejudice problem in America, and we have a bunch of people who think that they are above others in America, and they're being brought low in America, and they don't like it. So I love it, the fact that they're being exposed. It's been a long time coming. This is something that I'm passionate about, as you can tell. But I'm going to drop this one and get on to the show because my wife is probably thinking I'm crazy. She know how I rock. So at the end of the day, I send my condolences to Heather's family. And that's a sad situation because this young lady stuck her neck out for not just her race, a whole nother race of people. And we got some of our people's not even doing that. We got some of our people, just as long as they make $50,000 or something, and they got a nice house or $100,000 or whatever, they don't even feel no way about what's going on in America until they touch their house. Well, I feel like it touched my house. So Spotlight of the City talks about this, and we're going to do a show also about the situation in Chicago, because that situation is being buried. They lost 101 lives on a weekend, 4th of July weekend. 101 shootings, I'm sorry. But that's a lot. I mean, we had a lot before in the district, but 101 in a weekend, that's kind of tough. So we got to address our own issues as well. So moving on, Black China. This is Black China. We talk about this. If the lady is single, she can sleep with as many men as she wants. Like you tell me, you can have 3 or 4 situations in 1 week, and you're not a whore. As long as you're single.
What I say. Wait. Let me clarify what I said.
What you say?
What I said is that if you are a single woman and you're not in a committed relationship and you're honest with your friends or whatever you want to call them and say, listen, this is just for fun, and they know what the deal is, and you're single, why can't you be with 2 or 3 people if that's what you want?
Well,
if
you
you're
can
single,
be with 10, but morally does it make you a whore?
No.
Well, why men classify as that when we do it? We could be single. We could be doing that, but we'd be like, oh, he a dog, he a whore.
No. The difference is, I feel like if a man is single and he's being communicative and he's saying truth and saying, listen here, we're not in a committed relationship, then he's not a whore. He's doing what single people do. Okay, so we're gonna save this for when we do we're doing a relationship show. Man. And this is some of what we're gonna be talking about. But Black China came into play because Black China going from boom to boom. But I saw it because she's a strong woman and she came in the game to get a bag. And so when she saw Rob, she saw a bag. She did. And now she got it up a little bit and she playing how she want to play. And so she's a whore. She's a hoe. I mean, I like her, but yeah, she's doing whole moves. So let's go to the clip and you tell me what you think. I got a clip of Black China. She's making whore moves. That's all I'm saying. Spotlight over the city.
Looks like Black China isn't wasting too much time mourning her relationship with Rob. In fact, it looks like she may have a new boyfriend now, or 2, or 3. I have the deets right now on Holly's Scoop. What up, gang? I'm Stephanie Gray, and if you're looking for all the latest news on Black China, you've come to the right place. So subscribe now to stay up to date. You guys know about the whole Rob Kardashian Blac Chyna scandal, right? He posted photos of her private parts on the intranet, and now she has a restraining order against him. But apparently Rob's social media rant was all because of a video Chyna sent him of her with another man in their bed. Whose side are you on in all this, by the way? Rob or Chyna? Let me know in the comments. Now you've seen this video, right? This is the video that Chyna sent to Rob. Now, since then, Chyna's been seen with this same guy a bunch of times, prompting many to think that he's her new boyfriend. He's a rapper, by the way. But hey, once a cheater, always a cheater. And Radar Online spoke to sources who say that this guy is about to get his heart broken. Apparently, he thinks that Chyna is his girlfriend, but in reality, she's actually dating tons of other men who are all at her beck and call. The source explains, in the past 7 weeks, she's added a new guy to her harem every week. They're all vying to be her next man, so when she calls, they come running. As for the rapper from the video, the source says, he's a fool if he thinks that he's the only one. She's got 3 backups when he's not available, including a DJ and a backup dancer. Now, not gonna lie, Chyna does strike me as the kind of person who feeds off male attention. Personally, I don't think she's willing to be monogamous with anyone right now, but the question is she leading this rapper on to believe that they're exclusive? After all, he did recently tweet about how happy he is to be in a relationship with her. I don't know, I just think it's sketchy. What do you guys think? Is he actually her new man? And do you think that Chyna is cheating on him? Talk it all out in the comments down below. For more entertainment news, click the boxes and make sure to subscribe to Holly Scoop.
And we are back. So what do you guys think? I mean, is that where we are? Can we do that? Because men should be able to do it too, right?
If you are communicating
Single,
honestly.
You say, listen, I mean, I got a little side, this, and this. I have 3. So you Tuesday, and you Thursday, and you Saturday.
And if the woman chooses to be okay with that, then he not a hoe. He told her the truth.
Okay. What
Now,
you guys think? Is that the way it should be? Should you just be able to openly move around, so to speak, and it be okay?
But what
as long
y'all
as you let them
men
know?
always
What
do
you think, man?
is y'all lead people on.
Let's be honest. What you think? I'm listening to the audience. What y'all say?
What R. Kelly got going on, I think it's cool.
You hear mom? He say what R. Kelly got going on is cool.
You not holding nobody against-
But let me tell you something. I agree. R. Kelly got a bag. Those women after a bag. They all feeding off each other. They using each other. They can freely leave, but they've been there for years. So no one's being captive or hurt. Sorry. So does that mean that he's doing something wrong?
No.
No, he being R. Kelly. So I mean, you need people that's gonna match up with who you are, and if they agree to be what you want them to be, and they not being held by a gunpoint or nothing like that, nobody's being harmed. No harm, no foul,
harm,
right?
no foul. That's right.
Is he a whore?
He's something else.
Anyway,
I wouldn't say a whore. It's something else.
we're gonna save that for our show. But anyway, Spotlight OCD, y'all. We're gonna get on to it. First of all, can you put that flyer up for me? We got a flyer from Summer Breeze. Summer Breeze is one of the biggest parties that I've ever attended.
Yes.
When I say one of the biggest parties that I ever, if you a promoter, don't promote that day. This is not the time for you to try to be the big boy of the city, because they already big boys of the city. So when you jump out there, you gotta know your lane. And I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about everybody. When Summer Breeze comes up, just go there. Like if you're a promoter, just show up over there and have a good time. Because when I tell you it's a good time, do they shut it down?
Shut the city down every time.
I went there 3 years ago. That was my first time because I had been staying in Atlanta. So when I came up, I actually filmed a lot of it for Raynard. Shout out to Raynard. I filmed a lot of it. And I was so amazed because everywhere you went, it was a set going on. It was people everywhere, upstairs, downstairs, everywhere, just wall to wall. And this is a stadium. And so can you promote a party in a stadium and fill it? Or people all over the place, massive, thousands of people? I don't know about that. That takes a lot of promoting. That takes a lot of good name for people every time to come out and do that. And they do it.
Quality events. That brings them back every time.
Every single time.
Yep.
So shout out to the whole Tricky Inc. for being able to hold it down the way they do. Because I remember a long time ago when they first started, man, it wasn't that sweet. But now, today, as soon as you see Tricky Inc., remember that. Tricky Inc.,
Hey.
You better come out there.
Yes.
Because it's gonna be a party, you hear me? They gonna party and it's gonna be a good fun
a good
time, grown up
time.
fun, you know, adult fun, not no little boy fun. Ain't no shooting and crazy stuff going on. This way you can leave your pistols and you can come on out there and have a good time and go to your car and go home and be safe.
Yep.
And so for that, I thank Tricky Inc. for being who they are. And so up next we have Black from Tricky Inc. and he's gonna talk about some of their movement and what they have going on coming up, such as Summer Breeze. So can you put that flyer up for me? Well, we'll wait till we come in. So we're going to go to a commercial, and we will be right back with Black from Tricky Inc. Spotlight over the city.
Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. A key modeling, baby. ATL, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
We're back.
And we are back with a +1 Spotlight over the city. What's going on, Black?
What's happening, big brother? How you feel?
Man, good to have you here, man.
No doubt.
So we're going to get right to it. She was bragging about how she showed up at y'all first big party and whoop-de-whoop and all that. So
Well, it's the
when was the
truth.
first party they had?
I don't know the year, but what I do know is that, remember, Black, it was on the rooftop of a building,
Yeah.
and we were all wearing white, and it was just an exclusive crowd of people. It wasn't this big, massive thing, but it was like y'all's close friends and family members, and I think Derek fixed the food.
Yep.
It was like what I remember. That was the first one, and it was so much fun. And I remember saying after that first one, telling Reynard, I hope we're going to do this every year. And they've done it every year, and each year it's gotten bigger and better, bigger and better. So yes, I was there.
So salute to y'all for that. Okay, you might have been there. Okay.
Yes, I was.
So what I want to know is, how did you first get into promotion?
Promotion, I think that promotion is in my bloodline. You know, I come from a family of entertainers and musically. And just basically, you know, I got a mom that loved people to come over and just get it in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it started at home?
Right, basically, you know what I'm saying? It's from a family background type situation.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to say, when me and Reynard hooked up on some business stuff, it was a match made in heaven, and that's how the Tricky Inc. family was born.
So the first members were you and Reynard?
Was me and Ray, right? And, you know, Curtis' best friend and Bad, and then, you know, we start calling us the Tricky Inc. family, and then, you know, that was it. We was a Learjet from there.
I mean, a total legit. So
Yeah.
how far back is that? Like, how long you guys been promoting?
Well,
What
see-
year was that first party? Do you
Well, the
remember?
party you talking about was in 04.
was?
I went to the Hamptons to
Wow.
when Puffy had that white party.
Yeah.
Came back and seen that, and I said, man, we gotta bring that to DC. So
And that's
we-
what made you
I seen my
think on that
DC.
level.
I seen that DC version of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So his crazy. His was crazy. Mostly everything we do is something that has been remixed in the past. I tell everybody, like my younger generation, that I got Summer Breeze from the Carter Burn. You know, back in the day, we was outside, we was real fly.
Yep.
And when I went
Yep.
there, we went to see some suites to do a game. I'm going across the picnic area, my shirt blowing. It's like, Ray, this is like the Carter Burn. They was like, what you gonna do right here? I said, we could do it right here. And, you know, I got excited because I could see the Capitol that way.
Yeah.
And see the monument that way, you know. And then once I could see the city, I said, oh, it's on now. And, you know, the first year was wasn't great, you know, but from there on, kept going up there.
Kept going up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when you guys what put state, like when I think promotion, I don't think stadium, and I don't think national stadium. Like, so what made you think so large? Like, okay, what made you guys think we could fill this stadium up? We need to get a stadium.
Yeah,
Party.
I'm that dude that always thinking bigger than what I really am. You know, trying to chase something that I know I'm supposed to be chasing.
That's how you get there.
You know, when I first took my boys over there, they looked at me like I was crazy. The same way they looked at the whole convention center.
Yep.
You know, they thought we had a room. I say, nah, we got the entire building. They was like, man, you tripping, right?
Right.
I was like, nah, you know. And then if you think big and you dream big, you know, usually that's what's going to happen once you put the work in.
Yeah.
Man, you said it all. You got some questions for him?
I do have a question because my memory's coming back now, and not only has there been the Summer Breeze events, but there also been in between the years like these black parties. That when you said convention center, that's what reminded me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that happened this past year, but I remember those as well, and they used to be massive parties too.
Yeah, the all black extravaganza.
Yes,
right?
that's what it is.
So you're looking at some straight Washingtonians. You know, my whole group. Free lunch program, some of you's job.
That's right.
You know, DC
right.
everything, right?
That's right.
So, you know, one thing about our city, you know, I go to every city. You've been in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta for a minute. But I always bragged about, you know, my city's the flyest city in the
That's
world
right.
because that's how I feel from the bottom of my heart.
That's how I feel
I
as well.
agree.
So you speaking
So,
for, I think,
you know what I'm
pretty
saying?
much.
Yeah, so
We
when
the
we got
flyest.
there, we wanted to do a black party. We wanted people to put it on, you know. And then we wanted to enjoy themselves, but still recognize to all my out-of-towners, y'all in D.C. Right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
So don't run from me because I'm going to bring these Congos out, right?
That's
I'm
right.
still going to give you some classy entertainment and a good spot, you know. But it's still our heritage, and we got to stay true to it.
Yeah, and it's been wonderful. And then you have the wine festivals now, right? Cigars and wine
He
festivals.
was out of town last year and missed it.
Yep.
Yeah, the Cigar and Wine Festival has been phenomenal. I was going to Liganor probably for like 7 years straight.
Really?
And once it get about 6 o'clock, I was like, Ray, they need some music. They need it. We got to turn this up.
Turn it up.
Right. So what happened is, you know, we went there and we experimented. This is what we wanted to do. And like I said, we always dream big. So we got a place that was way too big. And then we grew into it. And big up to Terry and Stan with the Black Love Matters. You know what I'm saying? That's how they get it done. But me and my wife, now we're putting together our own wine, you know, so that when we do our wine festival, eventually it's going to be our wine.
I love it.
Yep.
I love
You
it.
love it. That sounds
Yeah.
wonderful.
I love
Yes,
it.
indeed.
See,
how
that's
we
what
do it.
happens when you can think and dream big. That's what I say all the time when my motivational speaking. You have to see it before you see it. You have to do that, and then it just manifests, and boom, there it is. So while promoting, is it the one thing? What was that one thing that you would say, man, I'd never do that again?
I got a whole bunch of that.
Because I know
Yeah.
I promoted a party in Charlotte, and for CIAA,
Right.
and
But
I tried
see-
to grab a Thursday instead of waiting for that Friday, and I lost
the
10
thing,
grand.
the gift that I had with promoting, and I tell anybody that, we just want to have fun. Terry, no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we do it right and some finances come with it, is good. But at the end of the day, we just wanted to have a good
Have a
time.
good
So it
time.
wasn't that serious
Right,
until it got serious.
right.
You know, so that's always been the edge that we had. You know, people want to be around us because at the end of the day, we having a good time.
That's
You know?
right.
Yeah.
So what's that one thing though that you say, you know what?
I would never do that again.
This the one thing in promoting. I've learned my lesson from this right here. That'll never happen again.
I had the convention center in Charlotte at our last black party. It was successful. We had Kid Capri and Jazzy Jeff. That was the entertainment,
Okay.
right? It didn't have no DC flavor to it,
At all.
right?
Yeah.
So even though financially we was okay, and you know the radio, and we filled the Charlotte Convention Center up pretty good,
Okay.
but I would never do nothing that. Whatever I do, gonna have a little teeny bit of stank to it. You gonna know you in. You
Just to
from DC.
represent
From
the
the-
Yeah, I got you.
From the DMV.
I don't
that's
feel right. I don't feel fair to my people if I don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
like
I have
that.
an appreciation for that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
So what's the one thing in promotion that you did that you say, man, we got to do way more of that?
that's everything I'm doing now. You know, like right now we want to take it to another level with Summer Breeze. We got some obstacles in our way, you know, because y'all probably don't know this side of it, but between Live Nation and MGM, they own the entertainment that comes to our city.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Just because Stan might come to me and say he got $250,000, he want to invest in me. I can't really use it because they got a hold on certain artists and they won't let them move freely like they want to. Right?
Definitely Live Nation for sure, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to, you know, call nobody out.
Did I
but
say
for
that?
real, they got a lot of pull.
Yeah, they
so
do. They
if
do.
you Jill Scott and I could take you to 20 cities, right? Why you gonna mess with Black only in DC? It don't make sense. You know.
I see.
Right.
Okay,
I
there you
see.
go. Yeah,
Okay.
so,
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once you learn those obstacles, you just learn how to work around them or whatever.
I got a plan to get around them. Me and the mayor, we currently working on a couple things to make some things come to DC. So we should be all right in a minute.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey.
Summer Breeze, you guys, definitely make sure that you come. You guys still have tickets?
The tables are gone. VIP tickets are gone. Right. We have some general admissions left. It's going to be a good party. We got a phenomenal lineup.
Who's out there? Who's out there? Tamia.
You got Tamia. She got one of the most golden voices in R&B right
You want me
now.
to sing a promo like
No, please don't on the hoe.
Hold
No.
fast. No, say that, baby.
I was
for the
ready.
car.
I was
no, we're gonna do it in
practicing
the
in
car.
the car.
Do it in the car.
Yeah, we hosted by Guy Lambert. Big up to my son Mark Pendergrass. He'll be on Fox 5 in the morning
All
with Fix.
right.
What time you at?
10 o'clock. They
10
gonna be
o'clock,
promoting
Fox
Summer
5.
Breeze. Yep. And then we're going to get the whole city involved. I got Scooby going to get with Vibe.
Yeah.
Miss Kim coming out.
Cool.
The Fix going to rock. We got Black Alley upstairs, you know, for the turn up. We're going to hit the hookahs. We're going to have a good time.
It's gonna be so nice. Their red carpet, y'all. It always be so fly. They have people out, the photographers out there.
And shout out to U Style Magazine. I think they on y'all red carpet, right?
Yeah, so you
Shout out to U Style and Bridget.
Yeah, they came out and they're going to do a shoe cam. So they're going to put it on the big screen for the whole National Stadium to see.
Yes.
So if your shoe game ain't right, you
better-
want to skip that
you
red
better
carpet and
skip
keep on
that
walking.
line.
So did you hear that? Don't be jumping up there with your little turned over to the right shoe. Your Gucci's from 888. Talking about, yeah, I'm good. You good off the carpet this year. Don't go over there. It's not gonna look good.
That's right.
Hey, so this is what I mean by a party. You go out there, you're gonna have a great time. The energy is amazing. You see people you haven't seen in forever because people who don't party come out to this party.
Yes.
This is that one party that you can come out to if you of age, you know, you 40 plus. That you definitely qualify for this type of party. Right. But even a younger crowd, you know, you're welcome to come out there and have a good time. Leave your other crazy stuff at home and just come out there and handle your alcohol. You know, and have a good time.
Have a good time.
A great time.
It's always,
actually.
I can attest that I have never been to one of their functions and did not have a wonderful time.
One of the best promoters ever. Like, I promise you that. Shout out to all the other promoters as well. And shout out to all the other cities that think they're amazing as well as we think our city. Philly, Chicago, D-Town. Everybody. Shout out to Ohio. Everybody, right? But at the end of the day, this is our home, and this is where we shoot, and this is what we represent, and no different than Black. I do the same thing. Everywhere I go, Atlanta, wherever I live, they knew I was from the district. They understood that off the top, you know. So
I do have one non-Summer Breeze related question or concern, Black. Reynard is a Cowboys fan like me, and you're not. You're Redskins. I don't understand why you haven't jumped over to America's team side yet. Is that we can talk about it off there, but I wanted to put it out there because you know I'm Team Reynard and we're America's team.
Big up to all my fans, my Washington Redskins fans. I'm Benning Road finest, whether you know it or not. When John Riggins was doing that, my kitchen was shaking. Okay, but we were doing a trip down to Dallas. The last time we went down there, we whipped that.
Oh, you all doing that this year?
Yeah, we just gonna have a good time. We ain't having a party. We just gonna go have a good time.
just going there and a good time to see.
So you feel
to
free
see how Dak gonna smack that.
Dak can do it. Dak can do it. But you know, before I be a Cowboy fan, man, y'all gonna be singing it so hard to say goodbye. That's never gonna happen. Trust me. Never.
Okay.
So Black, it was definitely amazing to have you on the show, man. And shout out to the whole Triggy Inc. And again, make sure you come out to the party and have a great time. And again, it's what, Saturday?
This Saturday, y'all.
This Saturday. What time doors open?
Doors open at 8. Be red carpet ready. We gonna have a ball, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Love my city.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. So you want to give out your contacts? You got any contacts you want to give
Where
out?
can people get tickets?
And where can they get the tickets? Definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
trickyentertainment.com. You can go online and get your tickets. I got a few left in Shooters.
Okay.
We are one in DeMarco Solar. They got a couple, and then my Tricky Reps. We beat these streets to death. You already know what it is.
Yeah, y'all
That's
do
right.
too, though.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
That's
yes,
right.
indeed.
Yeah, we
Mean
got a few
team.
left, so we're gonna rock and roll, man, and we're gonna rep our city to the fullest. And thank y'all for
We're going to sell this one out, y'all.
So make sure your guys show up Saturday for the party and have a good time. And for people who say, man, we can't never find nothing to get out to, we don't feel comfortable, it ain't the same as how it used to be. Well, this kind of is the same how it used to be. This the type of crowd that used to be fun, and we used to have a party, and a real party where people actually get on the floor and dance and cut up.
Floor shaking.
And so
Yes.
this is what you're going to get into Saturday. So make sure you get in touch with one of these cats and get you a ticket, or 2 or 3 or 5, and come on out there and have a good time. You
Yes,
dig?
let's sell it out, y'all.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you for coming on, homie. And
Okay.
we'll be right back. We're going to go to a commercial. We'll be right back.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Boys the bow
I put
ties.
the spotlight
Yes.
on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See them superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See them superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
And we are back, Spotlight over the city, and we got a new +1. It's the homie BJ Paige. Also, this right here, man, I don't know what's going on with I don't know if we can shoot that. But this right here, I love when people come on here with something good for the community, and people are actually reaching out, helping out the community, and that's what this young man is here to talk about. So let's give it up for him.
Yes.
This right here is something good.
Yes,
So
it is.
this is the book bag drive,
Yeah,
right?
back to school.
Back to school.
Back to school. That's right.
Okay. So what made you decide that this is what we're gonna do? Is this your first time doing a book bag drive, or?
No, this is the third annual project piece, and I'm gonna say PG County on purpose.
That's right.
Project piece PG County.
Okay.
Traditionally, we had a big cookout at the Broadwater Mansion Estate. Shout out to Tommy Broadwater.
Yeah, definitely shout out to
shout
Tommy
out to Tommy
Broadwater.
Broadwater. But what I found out is, each year we had literally 200-300 kids there. These was privileged kids. So when I had the book bags and the school supplies, that was the last thing they wanted. And I had some of my youngest that's in the program text me like, bro, please just save me a book bag, please. So I'm like, you know what? I ain't doing it. Now, this year we going to the hood. So we picked
right.
11 locations that we going to go to.
Oh, so you guys are gonna go to different locations and
11
give out
locations.
different book bags and
That's
stuff
right.
like that.
That's right.
Okay,
That's
so
right.
we brought some book bags to you today also
Yes,
as
sir.
well to
Thank
share.
y'all. Thank
and
y'all.
so we're gonna bring them on up on set. But let's talk about these locations though for a little bit. So how did you pick the locations?
Man, that was beautiful. We ain't playing that question either. That was a beautiful question because I strategically picked those locations. Since the birth of Boys the BOWTIES, all of those locations are not only the youth that I represent, but these are the people who helped me. Flat out. If you look at we can go down real quick. Forest Creek. That's my hood.
That's my old stomping
Yeah,
ground.
yeah. Shout out to the booth.
Forest Creek, yeah.
Shout out to the
I
booth.
got my good boxing lessons around
No
Forest
question.
Creek. Yeah.
Then I got DeMarco Solar, like Black said. Big Dirk, that's family. DeMarco
right.
Solar. Then we looking at CT Barbershop. Coy, shout out to Coy. If you don't know about Coy on the Pike, then that ain't your area, Capitol Heights. Then you looking at District Heights Municipal Center. We do a lot with DH, with the Boys and
Okay.
Girls Club.
Okay.
Metro City Wings. Shout out to my man Rick. Rick, he been feeding my kids for free since the existence.
Man, see, that's what we need more of
Yeah,
that.
no question. Shout out to Rick.
Yeah,
with
definitely
Metro
shout
City
out to
Wing. Seat Pleasant, that's the gym. We said boxing.
Yes, that's another one of my stomping grounds.
Shout out to Mike Ballard.
Another one of my stomping grounds over there. Yeah, definitely.
And then of course we said, Tommy Broadwater. So we're gonna be up to Ebony Inn, and
Right
it
around
ain't
the
just what you think.
Right around the corner.
They got food. The ribs is good.
I was gonna say, Ebony, yeah,
The
what they
ribs is
doing
good.
over there?
But that's what they needed that though, right?
Hey,
That's
let
what
me
they
tell you
needed.
something. That spot been that spot for what? Since I've been 12 or something. I promise you. Hey.
Yeah. Then Unique Looks. Shout out to my man Tub. We coming to Tub over there on the Morningside side of town. Elite Barbershop. Shout out to Mo. That's Mo who cut my hair. I know he's looking at the joint. Shout out to Mo. I need to come tomorrow. I got the hat on. And last but not least, Green's Barbershop out Walker Mill.
Okay.
So that whole
Man, we gonna beat the streets, man. We gonna beat the streets with the book bags, and thank y'all so much for even, support.
Oh, man, this is what Spotlight Over the City is about, though. So what I'm saying to you is, it doesn't just stop right here
That's
on
right.
the camera. Anything you need Spotlight Over the City for, we show up. We
That's
show
what's
up
up.
to represent. So if you need me to be at these locations,
Pick one. Look, I'm gonna
Hey,
say that.
most of my spots anyways. I'm cool with all
That's
of
a bet. That's
so,
a bet.
I mean,
That's a
hold me
bet.
to it though. Like,
right.
real talk. Let's do that. And so when you pick these locations, you go to each one of them and you drop off a certain amount of book bags, and the kids already know what dates you come in.
Right. So because it was strategically picked, we doing between 11 and 3. So
Okay.
between 11 and 3, I'm gonna have a representative such as yourself at
Okay.
each spot, and we're
Okay.
gonna have a little light refreshments and whatnot, giveaways, but more importantly, the book bags and the school supplies.
Got you.
You dig? And me and a couple of the board, we gonna ride to every location just to show face.
That's what I'm talking about. So are you guys
that's
accepting
what's
clothes as well, or you guys are just doing the book bags? for them?
Man, they gonna think we prep these questions. They gonna think we need more. We need more clothes though.
Yeah,
we need
'cause we do that ourselves. We
and
get
don't ask
clothes
what
away.
kind of uniforms. Y'all go to the uniform store, Iverson Mall, and get all of them.
That's
we gonna
right.
find somebody that need them for real.
That's
That's
Just
what I'm
grab all
talking
of
about.
them.
So I'll get your information because we do the same thing. We go around and give clothes
That's
out
dope.
for free, and I get people to donate brand new items to me.
That's dope.
And I just give them away.
Yeah,
And
no
I
question.
rode around forever with trunks full of clothes.
Yes, he did.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you what made me feel away one day. I rolled up on this. I was in a project, so to speak, and I was talking to a young lady about, because she was a single parent, and she had her son. But when I pulled out the clothes to try to give it to her, she was too prideful. Right? She was just like, "Nah, I'm good." And so I knew she needed it because I'm looking at her child, right? And so his clothes wasn't saying he didn't need it, but I felt like she was too prideful. So I stopped kind of approaching
It happens
people.
sometimes.
So now what I'm looking at is that it's better if you just have a location and people are drawn to that. So the people that really need it will show up.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes if anybody fall into that, just leave it out there. Just have it there.
Yeah.
Pop the trunk and leave it there. Somebody gonna ask, you giving that away?
Yeah.
And that person need it. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
what's
because
up.
a lot of people out here. We talk about overseas and all these other places,
It's
and,
right
and
here,
I know
Joe.
these people need it as well. But right here in the United States, right here in particular in this city, it's a lot of people that go to school hungry.
No question.
It's a lot of people that only go to school to eat.
To
No
eat,
question.
to get the
Because it's
school
a-
lunch. Yep.
I was in Charlotte and I met a teacher that said 60% of her school was homeless. And I just couldn't understand that. And she was like, "Do you know that we go try to get these kids to bring them to school sometimes, and the location is so bad, it's like abandoned homes and holes in the floors and that kind of stuff. And these
understand.
children
That's right
live this
here.
way.
That's
Yes,
right
that's
here.
what I'm speaking on.
Yeah.
Right here in this city, you have people that live like that every day. How can you think of being educated when you're hungry? Or you don't have clothes on your back and you wearing the same thing 3 days straight and that kind of stuff. So this is why I like this kind of stuff going on in Spotlight Over the City, and I thought this was very important.
I appreciate
So
it.
anything else you want to speak on besides, what else you guys have coming up after that?
Well, what I want to say is, man, we got a acronym we use with Boys to Bow Ties. It's called STOP. I'm sure y'all know how to spell it, but if not, STOP. It's seek time or pay. So I challenge the kids a lot, to seek the time today to make your tomorrow that much better. But I
like that.
flip it completely when I get around adults. We have to seek the time sometimes as adults to get involved in our kids, get on their nerves sometimes, check their phones sometimes, check their friends sometimes. So while I got this time on the air with these adults, I'm gonna ask you to stop, man. Seek time or pay. They can't even see, but I got both of my kids with me now.
I like
so
it.
sometimes you gotta just bite the bullet and you gotta do what you gotta do for your kids.
That's right.
So I'm gonna salute you for that, because we don't get enough credit as dads. I don't think that they give us enough credit, and I don't say that we need pats on the back, but it's a lot of strong dads out here as well as moms.
No, let me stop. Sometimes
Strong
we
dads.
need that pat on the back.
We do.
Because we don't get it often.
We do, and a lot of times we get criticized because of the men out here that don't do their job. They overshadow the men out here that do their job.
That's
But it's a
right.
lot of men out here that's positive, that's in the community. It's a bunch of single. I got a few homeboys that's single dads. Like they don't. I got a friend that had his son since he was 3 weeks old. And his girlfriend dropped this little boy off in Atlanta, Georgia, and took off back to to DC. And he had and little man is like 8 or 9 years old now. And so this young man took it on the whim and took it on. So this is what we're doing in the community. So we need to see this so other men can catch that energy.
Yes.
Because a lot of men need to see real men. You have to see a man to be a man. So a lot of men didn't grow up around real men.
That's right.
So they don't know any better.
But
like they really don't know.
We could do that right now because me and my brother here too. We just had a talk today on the way here, and we got Black here. We can literally take two minutes and put it together. We're gonna do a quick little barbershop talk, and it's not gonna be your traditional barbershop talk. We're gonna get together as men and actually talk and have therapeutic sessions. You know, the mental capacities. Shout out to Boom. Get them situations together and try to make it happen. You know,
this is what we need to do. So we should create those type of forums for ourselves, and I guarantee you to grow because a lot of people looking for. I met a young man, and he said to me, he didn't even understand the simple principles of manhood because his dad never was in his life, and he lived in the street. His mother was on drugs. So it's simple principles that me and you may understand that these men grow to be 30, 40 years old and don't know how to be a man. So what if they have children?
That's a fact.
You can't school your children when you lost. When you don't understand your responsibilities, you can't do that.
That's
and
true.
if you need help, reach out to Stan and get with me, man. I'm a life coach, motivational speaker, specialized in career development, activist. I'm with the NAACP.
Yes.
I'm about to make a bang for 2018. I said this. I ain't even announced nothing yet, Stan. So I'm live on your show first.
Announce it.
I'm gonna do a bang for 2018 next year in PG County, purposely PG County, and I can't wait. District 7, baby.
Wonderful,
That's all I'm gonna say.
wonderful, wonderful.
So this is why I was excited when Dana told me that you was coming on to do this, and like I say, it's a lot of people out here that don't get to hear this kind of talk and don't even know that people are doing this type of stuff for the community.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you for doing that, and man, I thank you for bringing your kids along and this and that. We need to get them up here so they can see what it's like to be up here. But it's good for them to be around this type of stuff and see different energy and see that they dad. You guys should be really proud of your dad, because I'm telling you right now, that's a big deal when you got a dad that cares enough to instill things in you and this and that. It's a lot of people out here don't get that.
Man, I
You know
say
what I'm
my
saying?
father. No, I love him.
I didn't have a dad. You know, my dad left at 1 year old, and he had nothing to do with me. And I remember days he used to leave me on the steps week in and week out, telling me he on his way. And I'm still waiting though. I'm still waiting. I'm 49. I'm still waiting.
Yeah.
So what I'm telling you is that's a lot of pain to grow up with. And I'm looking at the opposite when I see a young man like this sitting to the right of me. So shout out to you for what you're doing.
It, brother.
And I really respect it. I
appreciate
respect
it,
it a lot.
I
And we need to do that more as a black race. We need every race. But for our people, we need to start saluting each other more and bigging each other up more and stop hating so bad.
I agree.
We need to get it together because it's too late for that. It's too late in the day for us to play these little kiddie games and stuff. Grown men don't have no business hating. That's kid play. Like, we really got to grow up and get to it. It's time to get to it. And we can get more money together and create a better community and another new Black Wall Street if we get back together and unify.
It's real simple.
We need these type of people in our camp.
Real simple.
Yep.
We really do. So is there anything else you want to talk about before you get off here? You want to give any contacts? You want to talk about?
Everything is at Boys to BOWTIES. That's BOYS, the number 2, BOWTIES. And the office line is 301-442-0615. Man, let's build.
Yeah, so, I mean, we don't have to end it yet. We got a little bit more time. So anything you want to touch on, anything else you got going on? Or
I got a challenge, man. Since we're talking about change in the community, with the focus on the unity, wherever you live at, go to your high school. Go to that neighborhood high school and get involved. If you in Maryland, it take $60 to get your clearance. If you're in the district, I think it's $40-something to get your clearance. Go to your neighborhood high school, make a difference.
Now, when you say clearance for what? Like, what do
you
you
got
mean?
CPS, Child Protective Service. They don't want you around their kids. You know.
Got you.
You got
so if I wanted to go speak at the school, You have to.
Ain't no whole lot of that.
Exactly.
So the homie R. Kelly, he disqualified.
He can't go to the school.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
you
got
can't.
that. He got that situation.
Yeah.
But now, seriously though, man, when people ask, man, I'm trying to change this, I'm trying to do this, well, the first thing you can do is go to your neighbor. I'm like you. I done lived in 7 states. I'm prior military. Every state I lived in outside of the district, and I'm gonna say the district as a whole, the DC, Maryland,
DMV, baby.
Yeah, you know, thanks, Black. I hate that DMV thing, but DMV, this is the only area that don't get involved in their neighborhood school. The community, the high school is the cornerstone of your community.
Okay.
Get involved in your high school. Know the principal. Know the teachers. And an immediate, I'm talking about in one school year, you'll see your whole neighborhood change because they make it smaller. My church, shout out to Zion, they got a joint called Small Groups.
Hey, Zion,
Yeah.
Pastor
Hey,
Battle.
Shout out to Pastor Battle.
That's
Shout out
my
My man
church
Paige,
too.
Mr. Page over there,
Yeah,
Larry
yeah,
Page,
yeah.
the other homie.
Yes.
No, that's the uncle. Everybody think that's my blood uncle because we got the same last name.
It's totally hilarious.
Yeah, that's the uncle. But they got a joint called Small Groups. Y'all familiar with it, obviously. We can do the same thing in the community.
Yeah.
Hey, community small groups. And it starts in your high school. So
Yeah,
that's my
That's
challenge.
good stuff.
I'm glad I'm gonna talk to you about that because I graduated from Duval. Don't knock me down. But I went back there, just like you said. What was it, a few months ago? I went back to Duval and talked to the principal because I motivational speak. So I went there to speak. I'm speaking free. I'm just saying I want to get my time and get back.
Yeah, that lyrical
They
exercise.
ain't got back to me yet.
Well, let's make that happen.
So,
but a lot of it might be they just, and I'm defending y'all schools. They just, in PG anyway, they just had to transfer some of the process because of what happened in Glenard a couple years ago.
Gotcha.
But it's done now. So now
Gotcha.
you can go back to the school board and to the Sassy building, get your fingerprints. 2 minutes be done.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you said $60. You have to do that first before
Yeah,
they allow
you got to
you
do that,
Yeah.
and that way the principal can't say nothing because that's the first thing they gonna say.
Maybe
You got
that's
your
part of the
fingerprint.
problem. They ain't even get that far with me though. Maybe I just look like I ain't had my fingerprints or
Nah,
something.
we
I don't
can go
know, but
over
nah,
that.
they didn't do it. But I won't say they won't. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna keep trying because I believe in my people and
That's
I
right.
believe that God spared me from a lot of things. So I feel like I feel like I need to go back and touch the communities
I know that
like
feeling.
I do. Cause I'm just thankful to be here to do that.
That's
so
right.
at the end of the day, a lot of us still not here to do that. So I want to make good on my time. So thank you for making good on yours.
Thank you so
Sweetheart, did
much.
you want to say anything before we jump off here? Since you just over here looking cute.
I do want to say thank you because this means a lot to me as well. Like I'm really, really passionate about doing things for the underserved.
That's right.
So, and I really, when I saw this, I was just like, babe, we got to get some backpacks. We gotta fill them up. So I really get get excited about that kind of stuff. So
can we get some
I
help
just
with
want to
some of the
say I
backpacks?
appreciate that.
Yeah, so we're gonna bring them up, you guys. We're gonna bring up some of the and show you guys what you guys. We asking you guys to do the same thing that we doing.
Babe, you
we
never
want-
said if you like my T-shirt.
Oh,
or
well, show
not.
them your t-shirts.
Y'all see my T-shirt?
And shout out to what's my girl?
Tam over at Boutique Hush.
At
Y'all
Boutique
want one
Hush.
of these T-shirts?
Look-
Y'all gotta
look at
see
this.
Tam over at. Okay, yeah.
Look at the work. Look at the work. Look at the work. Look at the work. And it's piles on. That's right. Look at the work. Look at the work. Let me move my mess out the way. No,
Look at here. Look at here.
So look what we doing, y'all. Look what we doing. So we want you guys to get involved with this. And
Yes.
before we go off air, we'll give out the information once again. Please duplicate this. This is just the start. We need some more help with these book bags and stuff, you guys. A lot of people are going to school without these supplies. They need these supplies, you guys. Everybody can't afford it. I know you got your kids, their little stuff. That's cool. But we're going to need you to help us out to get some kids that's less fortunate than yours. Unfortunately, it is some.
Stan, last year in PG County, over 20,000 people went to school without a school bag. I mean, without a backpack. And that's just last year. You talking about a year back from right now, almost 20,000 kids in PG County went to school without a book bag.
See, that's what I'm saying. So I didn't even know the numbers.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Astronomical right
That's
there.
crazy.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
So it's no fault of the parents, you guys. We're not blaming anybody. A lot of these parents trying to put food on the table. So when you got to make a decision on whether it's a light bill, gas bill, I'm going to put some food on the table or get a book bag, that's kind of far down. So you have to get some help, and this is what we're trying to do. So if you don't need to help your children, just help us out with these other kids that's less fortunate and have a heart. You can go to 5. We went to 5 and below and got some book bags. You can go to 5 and below. You can go to Target,
Yeah.
Walmart. You
Roses
can
got a banging sale.
for real.
I ain't lying, Joe.
Roses over there in
They got a
Forestville.
banging sale.
Well, go to Roses and get you like 15 book bags and fill them up. You can go to the dollar store. They have a whole bunch. They got all the school supplies that you need, from glue to whatever, crayons, everything. The loose leaves, everything is in there. Mead folders. All of that stuff is in the dollar store, Dollar General at least. They're in there. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money at wherever you thought you had to go, Target or whatever, just go to the dollar store. Something's better than nothing. So if you could just do something for us and help these kids out, we appreciate it. He giving out the location. You want to give out the locations one more time?
So we talking about
so they can find
August 26th. Yeah, Saturday, August 26th. I made sure I ain't do it nowhere around Tricky.
Yeah, you can't do nothing around Tricky Inc. now.
You can't.
You can't even have a book bag drive unless Tricky Inc. involved.
Nowhere around Tricky. Saturday, August 26th, we coming to the Creek. Forest Creek, that is. We coming to DeMarco Solar, Forestville Mall, CT Barbershop, Capitol Heights, District Heights Municipal Center, Metro City Wings in Temple Hills, Sea Pleasant Rec, KD Day today.
That's right. That was today.
Yeah, I was out there sweating.
Yeah,
I was out there. Shh. Shout out to KD. He had that joint on Sea Pleasant. Boy. Anyway. Sea Pleasant Activity Center. Fairmont Heights, we coming to Ebony M. Palmer Park to Sugar Ray. Suitland to Unique Looks. Elite Barbershop as well in Suitland. And last but not least, Green's Barbershop in Walker Mill. Thank y'all.
All right. Bring some backpacks, y'all.
Make sure you bring those backpacks out there, you guys, and
August
fill it up for the community. August 26th. You got a number or any contact you can get?
301-442-0615.
One more time.
301-442-0615. And everything is at Boys to BOWTIES. BOYS, the number 2, BOWTIES.
Make sure you support us. An amazing cause, you guys. Thank you guys for listening and tuning in today to Spotlight Over the City. Each Thursday, 7 p.m., www.spotlightoverthecitylive.com. My co-host, my lovely wife, will turn us away from the show. You going to end the show for me?
Well, I was thinking about ending the show, like telling them about our show that's going to be coming up, and we're going to be talking about who cheats more.
We're going to be talking about a lot of relationship issues, period. But we definitely going to start it with who cheats more. I did a show, and they said 85% of women cheating. That's a lot of numbers.
You
85,
still have not.
That means 8.5 out of 10. That's a lot now.
Let me see those statistics. I have still not seen
now,
them.
mind you, that was 3 years ago, so it might be 92 or something like that. So all I'm saying is that's a lot of side.
I tell you what, if it's 92% of women,
85% of women have side pieces.
That's not true.
Conversation?
Oh, we gonna work it out. We're gonna do a Facebook Live, so we're gonna go to Spotlight Over the City. Go to Spotlight Over the City page, and you guys can see where we're gonna be doing it.
I'm gonna have all my research, so you gotta come ready, because I'm not playing with that.
And
if it's 92% women, I promise you, it's 98% men cheating.
But we're not using emotions.
We learned it from y'all.
We're gonna use facts, not emotions. So you guys tune in next week, same time, 7 p.m. Love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight Over the City.
Hey.